It is time to ball. Today the men hit the lanes in the Intercollegiate Team Championship. Lawrence Tech of Michigan will take on Weber International from Florida. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Dayton, Ohio. Great to have you with us. Dave Ryan alongside Kelly Kulick, PWBA Tour superstar. Kelly, you won a national championship on the team side at Morehead State. We've got a great atmosphere here today, a packed house. What can bowling fans expect?
Dave, we won in Madison, Wisconsin, which was an arena, but the sound effects coming from this little arena itself is huge. It's like the Jets and the Sharks in West Side Story, taunting across the lanes between Weber and Lawrence Tech.
Now, Lawrence Tech, new to the national scene in a big TV show like this. What can we expect from these players trying to win a national title?
Well, their last show was in 2017 when they made it to the ITC showcase itself. Some new names, some new faces, but when you make it to the show, you get there by skill and ability. It's not luck alone. They deserve to be here, and they're going to give a Weber a run for their money today.
Time now for a future of the sport oil pattern to see exactly what these bowlers will be competing on here today. The oil pattern we'll see here, Kelly.
Yeah, Dave, Nick Hoagland is our lane guru from Kegel. You see the distance is 43 feet. High volume, a lot of service. It looks like an hourglass. These little circles I pointed out is where the ball is going to pick up. All forward oil, not much reverse. You'll see the gentleman using a lot of urethane, playing straighter angles through the front, and as they start to migrate inward, they're going to go more left to right to create some holes. So, again, who controls the pocket, who executes, will be the champion in 2019.
We can't wait, Kelly Kulick. Great bowling ahead from Dayton, Ohio, and on the line, a national championship, ITC. We are nearing match time here in Dayton, and this joint is jumping. Lawrence Tech Blue Devils, coached by John Putty, in his second season. His lineup: Johnston, Kaufman, Stephen, Jordan Bryant, and Kyle McGrath is the anchor bowler. Del Warren, head coach. Weber International, the Warriors, from Babson Park, Florida. That's just outside Orlando. On the 2012 ITC Championship. His lineup: Brennan Howe, Max Tamburino, Tom Hankey Jr., Glickman, and Matt Russo will wrap it up for his starting five. Our BPAA road to the finals, Kelly, to see these two teams get this far.
Yeah, Dave, Lawrence Tech defeating Calumet 4-0. Again, last time they were present here was in 2017. And Weber International defeating McHenry, last year's champions, 4-0.
Weber first. Brennan Howe from Minnesota gets us started. Crosses over, avoids the baby split, has a 3-pin. Sophomore, they call him Bean. And a transfer from Mount Mercy College in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. A couple transfers on this Weber team are starting here today in the championship match. Whoa, whiffed. And a miss early for Brennan Howe.
A little expected there. I know Brennan and his family very, very well. Tried out for Team USA, but again, like you said, Dave just transferred over to Weber. But Cody Johnson, sophomore, hometown Sandusky, Michigan. And Lawrence Tech, first TV appearance here for
molecular and cell biology major with a minor in chemistry and business administration. I just had to say that.
I'm glad you did. It wasn't me.
What an impressive student athlete. Here's Cody with some power. 10 back. And this crowd definitely rooting for Lawrence Tech here at the Detroit area, Southfield, Michigan, about a 3-hour drive. And a lot of fans have made the trip here today.
Sliding about 25-18 the hours. Really, really firm ball speed. Probably around 19 miles, 19, 20 miles off his hand.
Max Tamburino, senior from Sandusky. That's just outside Cleveland. He started his career at Wright State. Bowled there 1 year. His brother transferred to study at Weber International. Max with a good shot. Max at that point didn't think he was going to bowl collegiately again, but wanted to follow his brother. They're in business together now. We'll talk about that later in the broadcast. And he's sure glad he did resume his collegiate career. He's a big star now for Weber International. Good start for Max. Chase Kaufman, Swartz Creek, Michigan. That's near Flint.
Two-handed style.
Two-hander, whoa, way off the mark.
1-3-8-10, yeah.
There's a lot up there.
Wow, easy to say, just left off his hand. Some nerves, not really sure. Accelerated from the top of the swing. Yeah, I'd wink my eye at that one too.
Wasn't happy. Left 3. Not a good count there for Chase. Second team All-American this year. He'll try to rebound. Tom Hankey Jr., freshman from Great Barrington, Massachusetts. That's in the Berkshires in Western Mass. Beautiful part of the state. Tom already a national champion, single side ISC this year.
Caves in the 4-pin and the 6-pin. Mr. Insane Man himself trying to get the crowd pumped up.
Lawrence Tech has more fans, but Tom trying to get that Weber International fan section going a little bit, isn't he?
16-11, high on the head pin. Watch as the 4-7 cave in. 10-pin falls forward. Goes from the 6 count to knocking all 10 down. Crumbles the pocket.
Junior from Flint, Chad Stephen. You know his game.
I do, yep. Junior Team USA. Very good bowler. Unusual swing, though. Watch the height of his backswing as he takes his approach.
Wow. That's way up there.
It is, but off his hand, it's beautifully clean. Clean off the thumb. Fingers go through the ball as his hand rotates around. And he does it the same way every single time. His arm swing. Pulls the ball straight up, just almost past vertical. Look how the elbows are already bent from there out to the shoulder itself. That is a powerful, powerful release.
Adam Glickman, lefty, Woodmere, Long Island.
High in the head.
That 1-2 pocket.
Yep, 2-7-8. Challenging, challenging spare to convert. You have the sleeper wood behind it and the 7-pin. Take the pin here. The 2 has to go into the 7-pin while the ball still has continuing motion to catch the sleeper pin from behind. So deflection, yet continuation.
Out of a sub here.
Del Warren's been known to change players here for shooting spare conversions.
Evan Baranecki, junior from Cape Coral, Florida. He's the only player in the active roster actually from the state of Florida. Trying to convert a really tough spare left to him there, inherits that and leaves the 8-pin. It is an open frame. Interesting to get Baranecki in the match so early. Here's Jordan Bryant, junior from Detroit, architecture major. He's worked at the city planning office, entertainment development as well. Big projects as a student with the Detroit Zoo. Clearly a future star in the architecture world.
Almost carries the crossover. It's quick to see both teams out of the gate during their 15 minutes practice. 7.5 minutes on each lane. Used a lot of surface. Dell said his players used 500, topped it with 1,000. Lawrence Tech also used a lot of service, but that's when they were playing straighter lines to the front part of the lane to the right with some urethane bowling balls. Migration already occurred. Transition happened. Now they're much deeper in the part of the lane. Can't miss left on this pattern.
Missed it. Looks a little nervous there. Now whiffs on the 10. It's an open frame.
Came off balance there when he tried to make a spare shot.
Matt Russo steps up. Senior from New Jersey. He told us last night he's very competitive, loves the pressure moments. Two-hander. Across the net. A tap on number 7, and down it goes.
Matt's game also very unique. Even though he's two-handed, he does put his thumb in the bowling ball. Uses two hands to generate the ball speed and power, but yes, he does put his thumb in the bowling ball. See the ball, urethane deflects. Messenger from the right side wall. His teammates like that one.
It's a huddle with their coach. What kind of things go on in those huddles?
First 5 frames, you know, keep it calm, keep it even keel, make our spares. Let's be smart players.
Trap is up. Misses on the light hit. 1-2-4 standing here for the anchor bowler from LTU. Blue Devils of Lawrence Tech, Southfield, Michigan. That's just outside Detroit.
It's still anybody's game at this point. Lawrence Tech only down by 12. Spare conversion still keeps them close in the match. So at this point in the match, I'd say calm the nerves, take some deep breaths. Just remember what got us here, and that's executing, making good shots.
The ISC singles television show, won by Tom Hankey Jr. from Weber International this year. Big backswing. And a cover as well. ITC Men's Championship match. More on the way. Underway, game 1, best of 5. From here in Dayton, Dave Ryan, Kelly Kulick, WBA Tour star, watching Weber International, and Brennan Howell, sophomore from Minnesota, top of the lineup. Head to head with LTU. All 10 back for Howell. Top of the lineup, Cody Johnston. Great student athlete, we told you about that. Future doctor. Power player. This one high though, KB split 310.
Down below, starts the ball in the center of his body. Really accelerates. Again, the hourglass, there wasn't much in the middle. It's all in the front and in the back with that hourglass shape. So you gotta find the right angle, right ball speed. But Lawrence Tech is going to put a substitute in here.
Joe Alvarez going to come in, the senior architecture major. Calm the horse. Calm the horse.
So right-hander leaves the 310. Left-hander's going to get up and attempt to shoot it to convert it. Either way, the 3-pin has to collide into the 10-pin.
The lefty, really calming presence on this team. And covers! Situational sub works out well for John Putty. The LTU coach, perfect.
Cross lane for the spare. Hits on the outside of pin number 3. Again, ball just goes right into the 10-pin and runs it over.
Cut it to Joe, coming cold off the bench. That's
yeah.
A challenge. Well done, Tamburino. The senior steps up. Missed the pocket. Could have been worse, but it's 210, and that's a challenging split.
Yeah, it is. You know, talking to both coaches, it really became, again, their words as well, like a chess match. All the gentlemen start off with urethane to the right with a lot of surface, so the fronts go away. It means there's not much oil left over in the front. They get tighter in the back. Great hold. They have to find steeper angles through the front portion of the lane. They go more left to right or in and out. And then again, it becomes a question of makeable leads.
See the bowler and the pin deck. New look here on CBS Sports Network. How'll that work out? Not quite. Almost off the back of the return. But the 10-pin stands, open frame. Keep our first game very interesting.
Yeah, Dave, Weber had some really high scores throughout qualifying. Lawrence Tech also at the end at Calumet when they defeated them had some really good team scores.
Chase Kaufman steps up.
Two-hander with the 4-8, knees behind. So it almost looks like the lane is going downhill. It just keeps gaining more and more ball speed.
Take a look at the tournament format here in Dayton. See how we got this far.
Teams bowl Baker style, 5 players combined for one team game. I believe it's about 24 games of qualifying. Substitutions are allowed, but in the previous matches in qualifying, it's best 4 of 7. When we get here to the TV show, the final match is best of 3 of 5.
4-8, chops. And misses the 4-pin, so it's another open frame. And Kelly, our first game best out of 5, riddled with mistakes on each side.
Tom Hankey Jr., though, He was so in control of the singles matches, both in the semifinals and in the final match himself. 20 frames, only missed the pocket once. Hits the pocket here now, but a nasty break, 8-10.
He won the ISC singles championship this year, just a freshman.
Same ball as he used in the singles competition. You can see the ball is just trying to get back to the pocket, a little bit of lazy, really trying to relax its energy as it goes to the 1-3 pocket, but the 8-10, throw it hard, bounce it out, and see what happens.
Junior leaves the 8, yet another open frame. Did you know more than 85,000 kids bowl in high school, but only 4,000 of them can find college programs? Collegiate bowling is growing fast, but there's still work to be done. To learn how to start a program at your college, please visit bowl.com/collegiate. Here's Chad Stephen, electrical engineering major. He talked about his awkward look at times, those are his words, not mine, with that big backswing.
And it's just unique, that's all.
It's unique, but he sure gets the job done.
He does, the same way every single time. Right now, he's the only one lined up on his team.
Someone's got to do it, right?
Yep.
And Chad Stephen gets this crowd pumped up.
Look in the backswing, elbow gets bent right away, almost comes past his head. Left arm is dead falling in front of him. Wow, the revolutions he applies to the ball, he's probably around the 450, 500 range of rotations per minute.
He is pumped. Baranecki stays in, the junior from Florida. Glad he recovered from that health issue. Hospitalized here in Dayton this week.
Fortunate that it wasn't contagious.
Yeah.
He needed to pass it along to
some
any of his
fluids and
teammates,
meds, and he's good to go, but
yep.
That's the great news. He's all right. Very competitive. Takes care of the mark. Teammates and fans of Weber International are pumped up right now. Up steps Jordan Bryant.
That's left again.
So far left, it's a Brooklyn strike.
Launch angle, close down. Hand closes down at the bottom of the swing. Hey, I'll take a crossover strike.
Here's Russo. Senior hospitality major. Works in a hotel now. And in a couple weeks, he will be a graduate. Great shot. One of the best shots of the day for either side. Now Russo comes through. All 10 back.
Matt Russo is such another accomplished player. Team USA member, junior Team USA member, national amateur champion, senior year at Weber University. You know, clutch performer when it comes to the 10th frames. Showed up many, many times this week alone. A double here, following the first one in the 10th frame, gives him a score of 179.
Back. That's how you do it.
He will force Kyle with a strike here to get the first two in the 10th frame.
Big fan of PEB3, Parker Bone III. Lefty legend.
New Jersey.
Important to get that in there.
It is.
What a finish, game one. Russo and Weber International.
Kyle McGrath, we saw him in the singles. His teammates also say he is clutch when it comes to the 10th frame.
He'll have to be here, won't he?
Yes, he will. He needs the first two. First time in the 5th frame, kind of aired it out to the right, left the 1-2-4. Can the double give him momentum to catch the first one in the 10th?
He told us last night, really no one in the starting 5 stands out too much. Assistant coach Jason Clark with that amazing blue mohawk will tell you that story. Can barely watch. Well, someone's got to stand out here. Kyle hopes it's him. He's a double. There's one. Those pins had no chance.
I'm impressed. After again coming off the first shot in the 5th frame, just airs it to the right, lets the 1-2-4. Gets up, throws it really, really solid, very firm. He gets the first one. One more here. And 3 pins. No win game number 1.
This is pressure. His teammates told us last night there's never been a clutch bowler quite like Kyle. Needs a strike. Not this time. So Weber International wins game 1 best out of 5 over Lawrence Tech of Michigan. Game 2 is on the way from Dayton, Ohio on CBS Sports Network. More than 2 pretty, 7 open frames between the 2 teams in game 1 best out of 5, but Weber International wins by 3 pins. That was an exciting finish. Lineup change. Jordan Bryant is now the 3-hole bowler. Chad Steven moves to number 4 in game number 2 best out of 5. How will the Blue Devils respond? That's the question. Season numbers for Johnston. It's got really hurried. Whoa, way off the mark.
1-2-5.
1-2-5.
Yeah, not very common. Again, with Nick Hoagland leaning backwards, you never know what might happen. 15 at the arrow is way, way out there in the range. Most of the guys have been further over here. That's clearly a zone outside of the breakpoint area that we've been so heavily concentrated on.
Not an easy spare here.
Leaves 2 pin.
2 pin stands, early open frame. Well, we saw a lot of opens in that first game, and it went down to the last shot. Let's see how this one pans out. Brandon Howell, a sophomore from Minnesota. Same lineup for the Warriors in game 2. Crossing over. 6-10.
That right lane, and again, most bowlers have been missing inside their target on this right lane, but it just seems like there's an early hook spot, and then some tightness down the lane as well. Most of the gentlemen, usually when they find themselves struggling, they actually try to hit it harder and open up the lane more. I think the thought process might be to actually back the hand out of it, maybe not make the angle so steep, and again, try to hit the 1-3. Sometimes less is more.
6-10 in the mark. Chase Kaufman up next. Junior, an All-American who would like to be a sports broadcaster one day. 2-hander. Not quite hitting the pocket. And the 2-pin stands. We offered some tips on sports broadcasting last night in our meeting, but he was a little too focused on trying to win a national championship. Take in too much.
They were coming off that team high after their 4-0 defeat against Calumet.
Just enough to nudge the 2 for the mark. That was close. Back to Tamburino. We mentioned that he followed his brother down at Weber International with no plans to bowl after 1 year at Wright State. So he said he had to catch up in terms of team chemistry and where he ranked with the team. And he's done that. He's a team captain this year as a senior. It's very impressive.
Also likes to golf with the coaches.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And the big four, look out. Not easy for Max at all.
No, just what I said there, kind of what Max did though. I mean, tightened up the angles, took his hand out. Watch just tries to keep it more in front of him. Unfortunately, a terrible break with the big four, the Richard Nixon he left on the deck. An open frame unless he can bounce something out.
4-7 down, 6-10 up, another open frame. So that continues to be a theme here. As we mentioned, 7 of those. 4 from Weber in the first game.
And the results again, Dave, watching the qualifying, you know, the scores were very much higher. 250 games, 240s, 220s, Baker situation. But usually there's about 3 or 4 of the teammates that are all in the line with each other, kind of feeding off each other. Right now, it just seems very sporadic. Miss here, carry there, catch here.
Light hit. 1, 2, 4, 7. Down the line. Missed the mark.
Yeah, he's a bit confused. Last 2 times on the right lane, he just really over-rotated at the bottom of his swing and missed left. This one, he seems to get through it and protect the ball down the lane, but just too clean. And as you can see by his reactions, like, ball never picked up. I'm fishing right now, Dave, myself. I'm thinking, man, maybe I should go back to your thing, go back to the right a little bit. That'd be one guess. There's nothing developed inside. What's going to get us to the pocket and try to look at the spares?
Watch the cover for Junior and does it. Nice spare.
I'm curious to ask Coach Del Warren in the break when we get to interview him. He said there was a match where he just had no ball reaction whatsoever. And the strategy was just to kind of feed it to the 1-3 and kind of fall back shot as hard as you can to the pocket. I'm interested to see if they might actually go back to that strategy. Nothing seems to be displaying good ball reaction right now.
Thank you, Junior.
Case in point.
Wow. 3, 6, 7, 10. Talk about a tough spare.
Yeah, right now, if I was a coach, I'd say, guys, let's take a step out of the building. Let's go out the back door, come in through the front door, and let's start all over again. Seriously, that'd be my approach. Try to start a new momentum, change the direction of the wind pattern, just something else to kind of...
Got to flip the script, right?
Exactly.
Chop. 6, 7, 10. Still up for Hankey, so our theme continues. And Kelly on this lane pattern, some struggles going on.
Dave, this lane pattern, all the gentlemen started with a lot of service with urethane right here. Well, this portion of the lane starts to get dried up. Now they're moving over here and they're finding all this teal oil in the middle. They're trying to create shape left to right. Doesn't even matter what I draw, they're trying to create some shape, but as you can see at the end of that oil line there, they're really struggling with the flatness of the pattern, again, to develop into any type of friction and motion.
Chad Stevens, Jr. from Flint, steps up. He's been consistent. Big backswing. Not this time. The 4th annual USA Bowling National Championships will take place July 11th through the 12th in Detroit, Michigan. This tournament features the top 16 youth teams who will represent their region from across the United States in both the U12 and U15 divisions. Visit bowl.com/USA Bowling for information. Two, 4, 5, 8 bucket. Nice cover. Chad Stevens gets it done.
High backswing, sliding about 20. Overboard 10. See the ball pick up, so you know you can't play to the right there unless you ball down with something like urethane or even weaker bowling ball. My 2 choices, Dave, I would go with something more aggressive, go a little bit more left to right, maybe slow down the ball speed a little bit.
Here's Adam Glickman, numbers this year from Nassau County, Woodmere, Long Island. Lefty really had to hurry, missed that 1-2 pocket. 1-3-6 up.
Wow, up to 2-3 board. Again, long distance with the pattern itself. The ball has to start changing direction early on.
Along with the rest of his team and the opposition. And LTU put on their thinking caps to try to figure this lane pattern out. It's not happening so far. Good cover. And the mark for Glickman. 10-pin match. No strikes in our match so far. It's amazing. Maybe that changes here. Kyle McGrath, anchor bowler for Lawrence Tech, the Blue Devils from Southfield, Michigan. That's just outside Detroit. Mechanical engineering major steps up. There's a strike. Oh, 10 back. He's pumped. Finally.
Great shot by Kyle. Absolutely, very more end-over-end ball roll. Right around 17, 18 at the arrows, firm ball speed. He was pleased with that one. See if the lefty from Weber can get lined up. Threw 3 strikes in a row in the 10th frame to give him that first game victory.
Matt Russo had so many great things to say about the program. Down at Babson Park outside Orlando, the coaching staff, teammates. Great training facility there, of course. Double wood from a lefty. 3-9 up. MVP at CBCA this year. Congrats to Matt. Wrapping up a tremendous career. Good cover. Leads us to a break in game 2, best of 5. Warriors won game 1. It wasn't easy. Game 2, a struggle as well. Time for the Bowl TV highlight of the week. Men's team action. Kyle McGrath and LT steps up, 10th frame, hitting 27 pins to put his team in the finals. Did just that. 2 strikes and 9 on his fill ball. And a big win. Weber International had to come through the contenders bracket, defeating defending champ McHenry to earn their title shot as well. And here we are, ITC Championship Game 2, best out of 5. First went to Weber in a close one by 3 pins. Will someone figure out this oil pattern code?
I hope so, Dave. Lawrence Tech slightly ahead in this game number 2. You hear the crowd.
Raucous today. He's got to really hurry too, and misses the mark again. 2, 4, 6, 10 stand.
You miss right, it doesn't read it. You miss left, it doesn't hold. Have to find a part of the lane that's going to give you one or the other. Hard splits can hurt. Must hit the left side of the 2, pin slide the 2 over into the 6 to take out the 10.
Tricky. He told us last night in the second half of the season he used the new spare ball to pick up some very difficult spare tries. Here's one, case in point, and leaves 2. 6-10 stand. Open frame again.
Yes. It has been characteristic though of the men's TV finals. Very low scoring. Again, there's going to be
exciting.
one team exciting. There's going to be one team that does figure it out. Unfortunately, we just have to wait for that next transition to occur.
Baranecki back in. Almost a Brooklyn strike.
Begging for a Brooklyn. A couple changes you can make. You have ball speed, you have angles, you have the bowling balls that you choose and the surface you have on them. Loft, and then hand release. One of those 5 choices. We always try to stay within our comfort zone, what works for us, what our A game is, but we might have to go down the list now and start look at C, D, and E again, just to find some consistency. We used the 5-pin. Just went left for the head pin, but he's still going to hook at it.
5-pin. Got it. ITC, Weber head-to-head with Lawrence Tech. Here in Dayton, Ohio. Dave Ryan, Kelly Kulick with you on CBS Sports Network. Collegiate Championships in the best out of 5. Jace Kaufman steps up and knocks down all 10. Yes, Kelly, it's another strike, our second of the match, both from LTU.
Yes, we do, Dave. There's some information I gathered from that shot. Okay, I'm looking at 3 places on the lane. All right, first place is when they're sliding. 2, watch the ball is going to go right over this brown indicator, board 10, down at 40, right there, 40 to 43 feet, packs 10 pin straight. So I'm going to look at 3 places. 1 where they're sliding, 2 where the ball is crossing over the arrows, and 3 where it is changing direction at the break point.
Tambriano steps up. Good looking shot. 10 pin. Teams try to string together some better efforts. Max, a marketing major at Weber International. He and his brother have started a marketing company. They've been running for 2 years while he's been in school. And he said it's doing really well. Plans to go full-time there. There's 10 pin. When he graduates, coming up soon. Would like to leave Weber International as a national champ. Back to Bryant.
Last time up, kind of sailed it right down lane.
All tied here. Even. Weber is still strikeless in this match. Hard to believe. 2 for the Blue Devils. Bryant would like to make it 3.
Good shot. Leaves the bucket, yep.
Again.
But
We've
really,
seen those a couple times, haven't we?
I would say, hit the 1-3 right now. I would say that was a pretty good shot. Okay, so what does my adjustment have to be? Let's forge forward. 17-8 the arrow. Same break point as his teammate the last time up. Pretty good shot. Make the spare work off of it.
Jordan told us last night he used to get really upset when he couldn't convert a spare. It would really ruin his day, ruin his match, but he's been able to handle some tough moments. Bucket, the cover. And he's pretty excited. That's quite a celebration. With a mark in the 8th.
Hey, when you can't hit the pocket, you can't strike. Making a spare is like throwing a double right now.
That's right. Feels good, doesn't it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I love you. Yes, I do.
All square again here. Yankee Jr., a freshman from Western Mass.
Ball change. There it is.
Pays off.
There it is, right in the same zone of his last teammate Max over there. Takes the hand out of it a little bit more. Ball change, something a little bit lower flaring.
And for the first time in the match, Weber International has a strike. It took until the 8th frame to get one. If there is a tie at the end of this game, a point is awarded. There is not a roll-off.
You were right, Dave. In the singles match, it would be a 9th or 10th frame roll-off. But in team event, it'd be a half a point awarded to each team.
Each team will get half a point, and it'll be 1.5 to half a point if that happens. No bucket this time.
He's a 2-4 though.
2-4 is up.
One of the great benefits of USBC youth membership is the chance to earn college scholarships so you can pursue your dreams. In 2018, more than $8 million was awarded in scholarships across the country. Learn more at bowl.com/youth.
His focus on the foul line at the approach. Trying to slow down, open up some more angles. Considers himself a very versatile bowler. And challenging conditions today. Versatility is going to be rewarded. Nice cover. Has the spare, and it's a mark for LTU. We're not seeing anywhere close to 300, Kelly, today, that's for sure, but we are seeing exciting bowling.
We are, Dave. We are. Whether it's a 150 game or a 250 game, somebody has to win. Again, best 3 of 5.
For the first time in this game, Weber works on a strike.
Another ball change for the lefty. He's throwing urethane in the first few frames now. He's going to reactive resin.
Glickman trying to hurry and just can't find the 1-2 pocket. Wash out instead.
Ball's down the lane. Just holding on outside that gutter board. 2 or 3. Keep going, keep going. So long down the lane, about 47, 48 feet.
1-3-7-9, lot to deal with here.
Yeah, the distance from the end of the pattern to the pocket is not very much.
Can't cover. Only a 7-pin count, so the Warriors trying to get something going with back-to-back jacks on strikes. Instead, the open. And the Blue Devils, anchor bowler Kyle McGrath steps up, 14-pin lead. Into the 10th frame. Right now he's thinking about a national championship. Ball speed, look out!
Washout.
Washout, missed the target again. 1, 2, 4, 10, washout. What happened?
Acceleration. Acceleration, long pattern, high volume. He's trying to throw the ball. If you think there's friction buildup in the front, you gotta try to get the ball down the lane. As soon as you try to accelerate, ball picks up speed because of the amount of oil in that section of the lane, other part of the hourglass. It does not slow down.
Takes his time. A lot to cover here. Won't do it.
So score of 149. Matt Russo needs a mark in the 10th and good counts.
19-pin fill. That's what's required for the Warriors to win another game here.
Left a 3-9 last time in frame number 5. Clutch in the first game, frame number 10. Spare 9. Gives him game number 2.
He told us last night, what a way to go out for my career. A chance to win a national championship as a senior. He'll graduate in a couple of weeks. Wants a title. Has a strike. There's 10, needs 9 now.
Reaction. Look at Coach Warren's reaction. 3-4 up the lane, heavy forward roll. Still needs 9 on 2 balls.
But you're right, 2 shots to do it. To take home game 2 in the best out of 5.
You can hear a pin drop again, Dave. Gonna dig his fingers in, thumb goes in. Two-handed style with the thumb in the ball. Needs 9.
For a win in game 2. Has 8, just needs 1 here with a second shot to wrap up the game.
Yeah.
It's so emblematic of how this match has gone so far, down to the last shot. Why not?
Yeah, it just popped up there at the foul line. Just really got tall with his torso. The knee up, just kind of almost watching to see the shot before he let it go.
You can call it scuffling or you can call it really exciting.
Yeah, I'm going for the 3-pin. Go for the 3-pin.
Just 1. All that is required for the Warriors to win game 2. Got the 1 pin, got the win.
Game 2, 150 to 149.
Wow.
Weber University is extending their lead, winning 2 games. Low scoring, but Weber needs 1 game to win the national championship title. Come back.
2 games tonight, Weber International. Dan Marino, Al, Baranecki, Hankey Jr., and Russo. The Warrior lineup trying to put away a national championship. They So they won it in 2012, going for the title here in 2019. Max Tamburino from Sandusky, Ohio, gets us started. It's the pocket. Gets a tap on number 2. And a strike.
Lawrence Tech moves back to the right lane where they started game number 1. Cody started off strong. Let's see if he can put Lawrence Tech on the board with a strike here. And he does, Dave. First frame, Cody Johnson. Lawrence Tech starts off game number 3 with a strike. This is a must-win situation.
Future doctor is pumped up, Kelly. Big strike.
He's got my heartbeat going faster.
He's pumped. Evan Baranecki, the junior. Floridian. Almost a 7-10 and strikes. How about that? From disaster to single pin spare to strike in one moment. And the Warrior rooting section is pumped up here.
Almost a 7-10. Watch.
That was entertaining.
5-pin slides over, take out the 7. Head pin off the sidewall. Messenger 10-pin. Hate to say it's my phrase, Dave, put a stamp on it. It's delivered. Lawrence Tech high hit. Could have been 4-pin. 6-pin stands by itself. Both team nerves are calming down a little bit, a little more traction.
The junior from Swartz Creek, Michigan, that's just outside Flint. Has his mark.
Just noticing, Dave, even the people in the bleachers behind the teams are at a standing attention to watch game number 3.
Sophomore Howe from Minnesota. They call him Bean. And his teammates told us last night he wears his emotions on his sleeve.
Good strategy, Dave. There it is. Saw it last night.
There's the energy we were waiting for.
Pocket those revolvers right there.
All 10 down for Bean.
Yeah, again, 19-20 at the arrows. 10, little fall back, little fade back. Not as aggressive bowling ball. Takes the hand out of it. That was their strategy that worked from yesterday to put him in this position. They were down 3-0 going into one of the match in the contenders bracket.
And there's the good luck duck. Peaches, the rubber duck. Bryant steps up. High shot. You've seen the assistant coach Jason Clark with that blue mohawk during play this year. Jason Clark likes to actually have his head shaved. The team said, look, if we come back, they were down by 300 pins in a match, will you let your hair grow out? He said, sure. They came back, won. He grew it out. Then they said, how about a reverse mohawk? He said, that's just too silly.
I'm sorry, Dave. I refuse to shave my head. Not going to do it.
Not going to ask you, Kel.
Nope.
Not going to ask you.
Jordan needs to convert the 3-6-10. Needs some help. No. Too long. Slides past the 3, only taking out the 6-10 open frame for Lawrence Tech. Weber International has the first 3 string. Looking for 4 in a row from Tom Henke Jr.
On this oil pattern. Looking for a huge lead of 44 pins. Not quite. Leaves the 2-pin.
Yep, good shot. Good shot. Same line, very similar to the gentleman previous in front of him. Just a little bit firm. This is 9 is good. Remember, folks, 9 is good.
Watch out. Whiffed. Missed it. And after all that good energy and great start, for the first 3 strikes, now it's 21 pins. Up steps LTU again here with a chance to cut into the lead. 4th frame, and the way this match has gone, Kelly, anything's possible.
I know. I don't want it. You take it. No, I'm not going to take it either. I'm going to give it back to you. Just really not sure. 2 strikes and 2 spares though for Chad Stephen. He's been the most consistent player for Lawrence Tech so far.
Here's Stephen. His Blue Devils need him. Had to really hurry and miss the pocket. Almost a break there.
Just a bad shot, Dave. You watch as you get into the foul line, all of a sudden his head, his whole upper body, watch here as he pops up at the foul line, even before he lets it go. Just so much upper body motion. Ball flails off to the right, just kind of fans it off his hand, leaves the 1-2.
Someone's got to take this match eventually, right?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do, and it will come down to the 10th frame. It has every match so far, every game so far. 1-2 spare going to hook at it.
Stephen covers, has his spare. Keep things interesting in the 3rd game. Best out of 5. Warriors a commanding lead. Here's Russo.
5 strike, 1 spare, 1 open. Didn't matter. 10th frame, just needed 1. Count of 9 on the last 2 balls in the 10th frame, but he's been superior so far. 2 lefties on the team. 5th frame.
Russo avoids a split. That's the good news. 6-10 stands.
He is so competitive. Weber's not a very large school, and Coach Warren said these guys love each other. They love bowling with each other. The chemistry is unbelievable between all of them.
Has the 6-10, has a spare. Midway point for McGrath.
Yep.
Looking for a strike in the 5th. Anchor bowler is off the mark. 1, 2, 4.
I would only say Lawrence Tech, if something I would take walking away from whatever the result is just to learn a little bit of finesse, a little bit more touch. Some of the best bowlers in the world, the best collegiate bowlers in the world right now, they have a little bit more sensitivity with their feel, their release, their ball speed control. Just kudos again to them. Keep Kyle's in here. He's been clutch all day long, getting them to this final position. Just needs to convert the 1-2-4. No problem there for Kyle, though.
Midway point. Game 3, best of 5. Still a close game. LTU trying to stay alive. Game 3, best out of 5 from here in Dayton. Dave Ryan, Kelly Kuick. Former national champion Morehead State on the team side. This place is rocking again. A lot of work left, though, against stubborn LTU.
It's a good shot by Max. There it is.
That it was. Tamburino, 10 down. What a shot. And the strike game comes alive finally for the Warriors here in the 3rd game.
Cody Johnson, though, kicked it off for Lawrence Tech with the strike in the 1st frame. Let's see if the leadoff bowler. Good shot. And he does! Cody Johnson coming up in the 6th frame, keeping Lawrence Tech in this game number 3.
Nice
right here.
response.
Both teams are now feeding off each other. I think they're looking at the alignment from Weber. Weber's looking at Lawrence Tech. Both players, both teams in the same part of the lane. All right, this is where it comes to execution. We've got a few frames left.
Baranecki. Love his 2nd strike. Gets it.
Ten 11 at the break point, 43 feet. Wow. Head pin off the sidewall, comes back, kicks out the 9 pin. Ball heavy rolls so much. Radecki likes that one off his hand. Other fans off to the side cheering along their bowlers.
2 opens for Kaufman. Cannot afford a third here if Lawrence Tech wants to stay in contention.
Gotta go left. 3 pin stands alone. Cross lane for the spare for the 3 pin.
Watch it. Brennan Howell steps up. Sophomore from Minnesota for Webber International. Game 3, best of 5. All 10 down. Warriors can feel it. They are pumped and are nearing a national championship with a turkey here in the 3rd game and a 44-pin lead on Lawrence Tech. Up steps Jordan Bryant. The time is now.
It is, Dave. A strike here gives them some sort of hope.
Bryant needs it. 4 pin instead. Game close. Deliberate preparation for the spare ball. He's got to have it. Gets it. The Blue Devils to have a shot. At a late, and we mean late rally.
It is, Dave. I mean, Max scored 257 for Webber. They have such a commanding lead in game number 3. If they stay clean, they've got a national championship. Good count in both frames, and they're going to walk away.
And what a year this is about to be for Hankey Jr., already the ISC national singles champ. And going for the sweep. There's a big 4 as we're trying to build up Webber's national championship. Trying to become the first ever to win in the same year the singles and team championship.
And there's the Richard Nixon.
Oh, man.
Just left off his hand again. It's been controlled about 10-11. Down at the break point, that was about 13, definitely 2 or 3 inside of his target. Doesn't quite hold, leaves a big 4. Working off a strike here, get 2. 2 is 4 as it adds into the score.
Gets the 2.
So now Webber's 189. 219 is their max score. 202 for Lawrence Tech here. Another must-strike situation to give them any sort of hope, any chance.
Any chance at all.
Any whatsoever.
Steven, electrical engineering major, and a junior from Flint, Michigan.
Anything less than a strike, and Webber's your champion.
Needs 10. Just 10. Late nudge on the 7 pin.
Yeah, so Dave, 189. I mean, max score for Lawrence Tech is 202. That means a mark here in the 10th frame, and like I said, Webber will be the national champions. They just need to keep it on the lane. Matt Russo's been clutch so far. Any type of mark, and it's over.
Here's Matt Russo. That's all they need, a mark to shut out Lawrence Tech and win the national championship. Won it in 2012, hoping for the title in 2019 as well. It's up to the senior for the win. You better believe it. Matt Russo, the strike. Webber International, the 2019 ITC National Championship. The Warriors have done it, Kelly.
Yes, they do. Matt Russo, stay behind the foul line, keep it on the lane. And like you said, Dave, national champions. Wow, has he just been so clutch.
This is why the senior is the anchor bowler. He's trying to keep his emotions in check here. It's on the lane. He's knocking pins down. Weber International wins the national championship. The Warriors take it all in 2019. It's a day to remember for Weber International Bowling. Intercollegiate team champs in 2019 here in Dayton. Our USBC Collegiate bowling moment of the match. Xavier Russo stepping up in the 10th game, 3, trying to wrap it up for Weber International, and the strike and the clincher. And look at the reaction from his teammates. National champs, Weber International. Kelly joined by Del Warren, some really happy words.
Coach Del Warren, just another multiple title, team title for Weber University. Fantastic. You being back in the spotlight again with the team, just what are the emotions feeling like right now?
This team loves to play together, and from the first ball in Milwaukee, I told you, you could tell that there was a brothership. They just love to play together, and I know they wanted to do well. They just play a lot and they have fun, and the joy on this team was very evident. We had a lot of coaches during the season say, you guys are so much fun, and that really, if you had to sum up this year, that's what it was about. So, you know, when you can enjoy what you're doing with some people that you're going to be close with the rest of your life, what a better way to go.
All right.
Well, Del Warren, one of the great coaches of all time with Weber International University. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 Intercollegiate Team Champions, Weber University. Congratulations.
Thank you. The Warriors take it. Champs in 2019.